showtime! Woo! 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 Silent and profiling. Woo! It's live and in color. Woo!
Welcome to the Mafia Sports Report. I am Tommy. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell because I always forget to tell you what is going on, Bills Mafia. Today, I took the day off for Thursday night football. So I am here live doing a special just for you. And it's the Big 3 special. Normally, guys, I make a video of this, but I figured why not? Why not come on live at 1 o'clock with Bills Mafia? And by the way, I got some people already up and in here. What is going on, Nabel? Yes, sir, Tommy. I'm nervous for the game. We might lose. Nah, man, don't think that way. Don't think that way. We haven't looked ready in 3 weeks. Well, that is true. What up, Danny? Let's go, Buffalo. Yeah, man. We need this. Yeah, what up, Danny? Man, I appreciate you. Appreciate you guys. Real quick, before we get this thing going. I want to send my thoughts and prayers to Maine, the people in Maine. There was a mass shooting last night. If you didn't know already, now you know. And I believe they're still, looking for the person that did it. They know who it is, but they have not caught him yet, at least not that I know of. So thoughts and prayers, guys. Send your thoughts and prayers to the people over there, man. There's a lot of people that passed away due to this senseless act, man. So, all right, let's get back to football, man. So, guys, what is up, man? Tell me, how y'all feeling about the game? So, I know so far a couple of y'all are nervous. Oh, boy. Think it's going to be a loss as well, 27-24. And Scott was so positive to start the season, guys. And I don't blame him. Yo, what up, Chuck? What up? I do not blame Scott. I don't blame – listen, I'll be real. I don't blame any of you guys for feeling that this season's not going in the right direction and this team's not a Super Bowl caliber team or maybe even a playoff team. But things can turn around. We've seen it in the past. We've been down this road before, right? We all know that. Let's go back in time. 2021 was a prime example. We just lost to Tampa. I remember coming on here, doing a podcast, doing the post-game podcast with y'all, and you guys were so pissed, man. And I just remember you guys were just so angry. And just like today, just like now, just like last week when we did the podcast, and you guys were like, man, this team sucks. We're not going anywhere. It's over with, blah, blah, blah. And then we wound up going on a run. So, listen, this team's capable of doing that again. I'm just letting you guys know. Now, they have to pull their shit together tonight, though. If they lose tonight, guys, I'm going to be – it ain't going to be a fun podcast, put it that way. Let me get to some of y'all comments, man. Yo, I said what's up to Chuck already. Roy coming in. Allen, take those easy dump-off throws. It'll pay dividends. Yeah, man. Let me see what else. Josh Allen tonight. Yeah. Stephon Diggs doesn't seem happy. I mean, he seemed all right in his in the press conference. So, I mean, he's getting his targets. Like he ain't like he may not be happy about because we're not winning, but trust me, he's getting his targets. You know. So I don't think it's anything to do with targets or anything like that. Like he is in the game plan. He is our game plan. Believe it or not, I'm more concerned about our defense. Yeah, Scott, I agree, man. Brandon Beane needs to do some trades, man. He really does. Let's talk about the defense now that you brought it up. What concerns you, Scott? And then I'll start talking. Then you can go ahead and put it in the chat. So for me, obviously, number one for me is I'm going to say corners. I know a lot of you guys are going to probably go to linebacker, which is I'm concerned about that as well. But my first concern is the corners. I don't trust any of them right now. I just don't. They all lack speed. They all are getting beat off the ball pretty good. They can't get back in on the play. A lot of penalties now adding up. Not good. Also, linebacker is my second concern, right? Dorian Williams, who I like, and I feel like he could be that guy when Milano, leaves or retires, whatever. He's just not ready yet. And I also think Sean McDermott is too impatient. He's too impatient. You saw it last week when he pulled him. And we're stuck with Dotson, who is a nightmare. Let's be real, guys. Dotson is not good. So I have a weird feeling, man, that Dotson is going to wind up starting tonight, guys, at linebacker. Not ideally what we want. But we're stuck right now unless Brandon Beane makes some moves. Defensive tackle is also a concern now that Daquan Jones is out, guys. But how many trades can you make, right? And we all know Brandon Beane doesn't trade anyway. So, and if he does, do we see multiple trades on both sides of the ball? Highly unlikely. All right, let me get to some of these. Comments, man, because y'all know I'm not too good with the comment section. This is Mikey's job, but I'm gonna get to it. Believe it or not, I'm more concerned about our defense. Yeah, I read that. We can't stop the run. Says Nabel. I know it's not been good, but it hasn't been terrible. Nabel. Though we've given up chunk yards again, but I don't think it's been as bad as many people say. Dane Jackson covering either one of Tampa's is concerning. It is. And so, by the way, come on, let's be real. So is Christian Benford. Christian Benford hasn't looked good either in the past few weeks. He's getting beat constantly. He's not getting back on the ball, not making a play on the ball. Trust me, it's not good out there right now. Not to mention we can't get to the quarterback. So if we're not putting pressure on the quarterback, it makes their job even tougher, and they're already limited. So the season-ending injuries hit all three layers of the defense. Vaughn may not ramp as expected. Yeah. So Vaughn, I told you guys, Vaughn is not going to be Vaughn until near the end of the season. You could tell. You could see it. He's not bending right. His speed's not there yet. He was limping last week, which I'm sure he's not going to tell you why, but he definitely was limping. Now, could that have been a simple thing like he banged knees with the offensive lineman, or the knee brace was bothering him? It's possible, but unlikely. Unlikely. More than likely, his knee was bugging him. Okay, which is understandable, right? He just came back from ACL, which he tore on Thanksgiving last year, so relatively quick return. So you're not going to see Vaughn being Vaughn until late in the season, and hopefully by then it's not too late for this team. Because if it is, let's say hypothetically we are just bad, I wouldn't even play him at that point. Why? Just sit him out then. Just sit him out the rest of the year, and let's hope next year, he's 100% going into the 2024 season. But if we're in a playoff hunt, yeah, then we'll need Vaughn's defense. All right, let's see. Scott Blakely, the defense against the run statistically may not look overall bad. It's that long one every game that burns us. New England last drive, so yes, run containment. No. Listen, Scott, I'm not saying it's been perfect or great or anything like that. I think it's been okay. But I agree with you on the long runs. But that's also passing too. Like, we are right now, missed tackling just in general. Like, missed tackles are a problem. And it's been a problem under Sean McDermott since he's been head coach. And he preaches and preaches and preaches about fundamentals and tackling. And yet we're terrible at tackling. Like, it makes no sense how, a head coach who now is our DC can preach something and say we need to do better at this and better at that. And yet we still have the same flaws in our game every single season. It doesn't change. And that's a head coach problem, guys. That is a head coach problem. And that could be a GM problem too. You're the one that's drafting these guys. You're the one that's signing these guys as free agents. If they can't tackle right, they're not good at tackling, then you shouldn't sign them. And or maybe you get different position coaches that can correct this issue. Clearly, it's not been corrected. And we go week after week after week after week with missed tackles over and over and over and over and over and over. And we hear the same old bullshit from our head coach, Sean McDermott. So, and by the way, he switched his line now. So it's not, we need to look at the film anymore. It's, what does he say now? We're not playing complimentary football. So this is his new go-to, complimentary football. It's like, bro, just, Sean McDermott, just fucking fix the issue. All right. I don't want to hear your fucking one-liners anymore about what we're not doing well. Just, we know what we're not doing well. We all see it. Playing like shit. All right, let me get to some of your comments, man. Hey, I'm on top of the comments today. Y'all got to give me credit. I am getting there. Okay, Scott's talking to Roy in the chat. All right, don't need to get to that. Is Ed playing tonight? I didn't see him ruled out, so I don't think the official, unless I'm wrong, I don't think the official injury report came out for tonight's game. I think he's playing, but if anyone knows in the chat, go ahead and answer that for Nebel, please. So let's get to this. Y'all know what the big three is about. I'm doing it every week, and usually there's 3 or 2 of them, but let's go with this. So let's start with this. The 3 keys to a Bills victory versus the Buccaneers. All right, let's get this thing going. Let's see. By the way, shout out to Bills Wire. All right, buy Josh Allen more time. While Allen has not played, while Allen has not been playing at the top of his game for the past 2 weeks, he has done some good things when he has given time to make a decision with the football. Allen has only been sacked once in Buffalo past 2 games, but as we saw with last week's game against the Patriots, he is being pressured on a lot of dropbacks. Tampa Bay is one of the worst teams in the league in defending the pass, so the Bills' offense should have a field day with the Buccaneers defense, assuming that Allen has enough time to work his magic. That will give him a chance to make sure that playmakers like wide receiver Gabe Davis and rookie tight end Dalton Kincaid can have good games alongside Stephon Diggs. Right. Can those guys step up? Can our offensive line actually block and pass protect? I mean, I've heard this before. By the way, we go into a game, it's like we're going against the worst offense in the league. We're going against the worst pass defense in the league, and yet we play miserable. We make them look like they're first in the league. Let me see here. Scott's laughing at me. Scott Blakely, Tommy, ha, ha, ha. Thinking the same thing. So fucking tired of these one-liners. Yeah, all right. So you're not laughing at me. You're laughing with me. All right. Go. Oh, man. Yeah, it's crazy, man. So listen. Every week, it seems like, am I wrong? But we go against a team that's last in some category that, the Buffalo Bills should expose this team because they're the worst at, run defense, and we run the ball 5 times. Or they're the worst pass defense, and we get, Josh throws 3 interceptions, he gets sacked multiple times. Like, it's crazy, man. Like, I've never seen a team like this, and we do it year after year after year. Prime example was last week against the Patriots. I mean, we made their offense look like they're the best in the league. It's unbelievable. And they're the worst in the league. Mac Jones, one of the worst starting quarterbacks in the league, made that dude look like Tom Brady. 75 yards, under 2 minutes, touchdown, game over. I mean, unacceptable. That's on Sean McDermott, by the way. For as bad as the offense played, we're going against the worst offense in the league. Sean McDermott, Mr. Defensive Guru, couldn't get a stop. And I don't want to hear about we're missing this guy, no Daquan, no Trey White, no Matt Milano. Bro, we're going against a team that averaged 12 points. Even with those guys out, we should have beaten them. We should have easily stopped them. They should have scored 10 points in a game, max. 29 points. My God. Ridiculous. And that's all on Sean McDermott. I text Mikey, guys, when we went ahead and had that go ahead. I said, well, here it is. Here is Sean McDermott's time to prove that he's capable of doing both. Defense coordinator, head coach, and here's your opportunity to show what you're all about. Here we go. Under 2 minutes, can you stop the sorry-ass Patriots from scoring a touchdown? Can you give me that, Sean McDermott? No. I cannot, because I am Sean McDermott, and this is what I do. So, I mean, it's like, I don't know, man. I love the guy. I love what he's done here, guys, but there comes a time, Bills Mafia, where we're going to have to say goodbye to good old Sean McDermott. This is year 7. I know you don't want to hear that because a lot of y'all don't want to go back to the drought years. I get it, but I don't think that's going to be the case if we get rid of Sean McDermott, guys. I think Brandon Beane's more than capable of finding a good head coach to come here and do his thing. And we have a lot of talent on this team. And I think really, honestly, this whole coaching staff probably has to go if we don't get it right this year. All of them. Every single one. Keep Brandon Beane. Love Brandon Beane as the GM. But the coaching staff, I'd be all on board with getting rid of him. Hit the road. Good luck to you. We appreciate what you've done. But your time has expired. So, but they're not going to do that. They are not going to do that. They will pick some scapegoats. I can see Ken Dorsey getting fired. You know what I mean? I can see, the linebackers coach getting fired or, some position coach. But Sean McDermott ain't going anywhere, and that's a damn shame. Because then I would be going into year 8, and we're going to be hearing his stupid-ass press conferences on why we lost to, I don't know, whatever sorry-ass team's out there, the Raiders or something. You know what I mean? Like some sorry-ass excuse. His new one-liner for next year, whatever that would be. Got to stop. Got. Boy, you got some games here. You need to prove something to us, man. You need to prove something to Bills Mafia that you're the guy. Because right now, I don't know, man. I don't know. All right, let me get to some of your questions. I am sorry if I'm missing any of them. All right. Yeah, so I haven't heard either Scott. I think he's going to play, though. I could be wrong. We'll see. Let's see here. Roy coming in. Patriots are 32nd in defending, number 2 receivers. That helped. Yeah. They were dead last, by the way. Right. They were first in covering the number 1 receivers on the team, but dead last covering the number 2s. And our number 2 got 6 yards. So it's like, bro, like, come on, man. Let Josh run. Yeah. How about take the handcuffs off Josh Allen? Right. Let's go back to the fun ball shit. At this point, guys, I really don't care. Go back to having Josh play fun ball, whatever. He turns the ball over. It is what it is. At this point, the way the offense is looking, whatever. Go out there and do your thing. Just let Josh be Josh. Clearly, this Josh that we're watching now, it ain't working. It ain't working. So what was working before, I'm cool with. Even with the turnovers. Go ahead and bring it back. Bring it on back. Bring it on back. You know what I mean? Man, Scott, we got I'm sorry, I'm laughing. We got Jags out there, out of their funk. We got Giants out of their bad play. We got Patriots back, confidence as hell. Next Baker Mayfield MVP game. Oh, yeah. Wilson, too. Yeah, you forgot about Wilson. Wilson, the king of the AFC East quarterbacks. We're just not that good, unfortunately. Right now, we're not, Scott. But remember, I said in the beginning of this podcast, we've been down this road before. We have been down this road. And I remember, as a matter of fact, you in particular, I believe it was 2021 because you've been watching my channel a while. You were so mad when we lost to the Buccaneers that one time. And you were just, I remember all y'all. And I remember I was on here too. And I was just like saying to you guys, man, even though we lost, I saw like a fight in the team. Like this is something that we can use moving forward. I have a feeling that even, like I said, I saw something in the team, like a spark. And you guys were like, no, you're fucking crazy. You're delusional. You're a homer. This shit's over. And we wound up playing really, really well. Y'all know what happened in 2021. So I'm not counting it out just yet because of the past. All right. And we still got a very good quarterback in Josh Allen. Right, Scott, right. And we still got Stephon Diggs, and we still got playmakers on this team. When Von gets healthy, Von's going to be a problem, right? Ed Oliver's having a good season up until the injury, and he's coming back. Gregory Rousseau has been having a real good season. Last week wasn't his best game. Leonard Floyd's been having a really good season. Last week just wasn't a good game. But we do need to address some positions that players just aren't filling in. They're not doing their job for the guys we lost, like Matt Milano being out. Like Dorian Williams is not going to fill Matt Milano's shoes right now. And I'm not saying anyone else can, but we probably could find somebody else to do a little better job right now than Dorian Williams and Dotson. Let's be real. There has to be somebody out there, either in trade or free agency, a vet, that could do a little better job. Same with the corners. The corners aren't working, guys. That's another thing that is concerning. And I don't know if we go by a trade, because free agency, there's nothing out there. Look, we picked up Josh Norman. I mean, that tells you everything you need to know. But Brandon Beane, this is Brandon Beane's job. Here it is. You need to do something. Because we need some, we need some help on the defensive side. Offensively, though, guys, this is where the offense needs to step the fuck up. And this is where maybe Brandon Beane can, do something if he doesn't do something on the defensive side of the ball, meaning in trade. Go out there and get a big time weapon for Josh Allen. Go out and get a Devontae Adams. You got to try something. You got to try something, because if our defense now is going to start giving up some more points because they're lacking in areas, then our offense needs to be on fire, and it needs to wake the fuck up. And if you need to go out and get help, then go out and do it. I don't give a shit at this time. I really don't. You got 10 fucking draft picks. Stop hoarding them. Like, honestly, like Brandon Beane is stubborn as hell with his draft picks. It's time, bro. It is time to give up some draft picks. The time is now. Like I keep saying it. I said it last year as well. He's the one GM that sits tight and does nothing. And I can't stand that about Brandon Beane. I love Brandon Beane. But that's one area that he fails us each year. Like, you need to make a move once in a while and make a trade to get this team to the next level. And you refuse to do it. And all these draft picks that you're hoarding up, most of them don't even work out anyway. So what are you doing? It's time, man. It's time to make a move. I keep saying it. And guys, don't get caught up in the cap thing. Like, oh, Tommy, we don't have any money. Like, guys, all good GMs know how to work the cap. You don't know how to work the cap. Believe me. He's done it plenty of times. So don't come with the cap thing. I don't want to hear about the cap thing. All right, let's get to the chat, because I'm sure I'm missing. I went on my fucking soapbox rant there. Scott, cornerback position is now the weakest from the strongest depth starting this season. Yeah, I know, right? Crazy, dude. Yes, it's Kyle Allen's, but I don't know. You're talking Kyle Allen. Sorry, ass. Kyle Allen has a podcast. Who the hell is watching Kyle Allen's podcast? This Brandon Beane hoards just to flop and picks like Elon. Bro, that may go down, guys. Yeah, I'm not watching Kyle Allen's sorry ass podcast. No offense to Kyle Allen. You probably don't, whatever. My sorry ass podcast. So, anyways, yeah, listen, Kyer Elam, he may go down as one of the worst first round draft picks of the Buffalo Bills. Like, honestly, he may go down. And that's so bad, man. I hate to say that and see that. But guys, let's face it. Dude's a first round pick, and he got beat out by a 6th rounder last year. And the only reason he even saw the field this year is because of injuries. Other than that, you may have never saw Kyer Elam step on the field this season, a first round damn draft pick in year 2 with no injuries, nothing going on, just because he's not good. Like, we have to eventually face reality. And maybe he is good in someone else's system, somebody else's scheme. But okay, but he ain't working here, so get rid of him. Plain and simple. Okay, like, dude, like, I wouldn't even care if Kyrie Elam left, went somewhere else, and fucking did great. I'd be like, hey, okay, so he was a good player, just didn't fit the scheme. I'd be cool with that. But right now, what are you doing with him? He's not doing anything. You got to figure something out with Kyrie Elam. And I don't know if it's going to be this season because of all the injuries. Unless they trade for a corner and include him in a trade package, then fine. You know, good luck to you, Kyrie. I appreciate your, few games you played for us, but, we need to move on. But, oh, man. Roy, make Elam part of a trade for another corner. I'm hoping. Clearly he's not working out. Like, clearly Sean McDermott does not like Kyrie Elam, for one reason or another. Yep, I agree. Look at Zach Moss. Yeah, so look at Zach Moss. That's a great example. By the way, I wasn't a fan of Zach Moss. I didn't hate him. I just didn't feel like he fit this system. And plus our offensive line was terrible. And he was young, and he didn't get a lot of snaps. But I felt he struggled in some things. His vision wasn't the best when he was with us. But he got an opportunity with the Colts, and good for him. And what can I say? It happens, and there's nothing wrong with that. But he also was a third-round pick. It's a big difference. First round to third round. It's a first-round draft pick sitting on the bench. And may not, by the way, he didn't see any playing time last week. I highly doubt he'll see any playing time this week unless there's an injury. So what are we doing with him? Like, it's time to move on. All right. Let's see here. B. Jones, Bills got to win. They have to win tonight. They got to. Or I'm going to blow the fuck up. Like, I'm like, you guys, listen, y'all know me. Like, I've been pretty cool lately with the F-bombs. I've been all right. Now, as you noticed, the last 2 weeks, though, the F-bombs are starting to mount up, right? They're starting to add up a little bit there. So I don't it's gonna be a bad one. And if we win, then yeah, cool, man. Like, but dude, if we lose and even if we win, put it this way, if we win and it's a shitty, ugly win, offense, like the Giants win, I'm still gonna be pissed, guys. I'm telling you guys right now. And then if we don't make any moves by the deadline next week, oh my God. Yo, like I'm gonna need something here to break. Like, I'm serious because I can't only do so much. Like, this team is driving me bonkers, man. Yo, right? If I had a swear job, a swear job. Look at swear jar. Yeah, that would be. It's almost full. Like, it's getting there, right? So let's get back to this. 3 keys to victory. Do not allow the Buccaneers to build an early lead. As of Wednesday afternoon, the Bills are an 8.5 point favorite over the Buccaneers. By the way, is it me or just we've always been a favorite the past 3 games and have looked terrible? I almost don't want to be a favorite. It's terrible. This story isn't new, as Buffalo has been considered favorites over most of their opponents this season, but are just 1 game over 500. Oh, woo. With that being said, the Bills should remember that they have fallen into this trip before of playing down to its competition, and it has backfired on them a few times already. Also, while the Buccaneers are one of the poorer rushing teams in the NFL, the Bills are also below average in defending the run. So if Tampa gets an early lead, they will make things a lot harder for Buffalo. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. So we're 8.5 point favorites. Yeah, I don't pay attention to that. Just go out there, do your job, get a win, and take care of business tonight. It's another home game. We're at home. There's no excuse for coming out flat, man. Josh Allen, by the way, he said he needs to stop overthinking so much and just play football. Yeah. Well, Go out there and play some football, for sure. Enough with this. Justin, Bills will sign for Beasley out of desperation. I hope not. God, please no. Like, nothing wrong with Cole Beasley, but his time is done. Okay, I don't want Cole Beasley back. And if Brandon Beane does that, then I'm just going to say that this shit's over. This shit is done. The season's done because he's given up. Because if you feel like we have a good enough team to do something, then I don't know what the hell. Then he's delusional. Then there's I don't know. Then I've all but given up. And if he goes out and signs another veteran fucking guy out of retirement, fucking John Brown, Cole Beasley, go back, just go get Marshawn Lynch. Then let's just go back and get everyone that's out of retirement on the cheap to see if they could play. It's come on, man. No, enough is enough, man. Make a trade that actually moves the needle. And make it count, man. Not a fucking Nyheim Hines trade, DeMarlo. Like, I don't want that. It's time to bring somebody here, man. Fucking Cole Beasley. I swear to God, if they do that, I will lose my shit on here, man. Might as well bring Smoke back. Yeah, I might as well. Right. Hey, like, they're just gonna, like, Brandon Beane's on his Rolodex, right? He's just like, let's see. Let's go back to 2018. Who was there? Robert Foster. Hey, Robert. Robert, we're having a tough time here. What you doing? Where are you at, right? You're at Walmart? I know you had a decent year with 2018. How long you been out of the league? A couple years? Okay, Robert, come on. We'll give you the practice squad. We'll sign you the practice squad. All right. Oh, my God. Who else could they call? Who else? What other former Buffalo Bills can they call right now to see if they're available to come on the team and help us out? Right. Oh, my God, bro. Carl, is Poona Ford a suitable replacement for Daquan? Or when Bean pulls the trigger, should it be for one tech? No, yeah, I think it should. I like Poona Ford, but once again, Sean McDermott chooses not to play him early on in the year. Went with Tim Settle, who hasn't done anything. And Poona Ford actually sat for the 4 straight games without playing. And then he was thrown into the mix. So, of course, Poona Ford was a little rusty. So we don't know right now what we're going to get out of Poona Ford. It's only been, I think, a game or 2 maybe that he's played. But, yeah, he's no Daquan Jones. And I don't know if there's really a Daquan Jones kind of guy out there that can fill his shoes. But who knows? Maybe through trade, maybe there is somebody out there that's on the block. But once again, I'll go back to it. Brandon Beane very, very rarely trades for players, especially during the season. And if he does, they're guys like DeMarlo and Nyheim Hines. Nothing special. And if that is the case again this season, guys, then he just doesn't believe in this team. That means he's hoarding his picks. Because who gives a shit if you give up a first-round pick if you feel like your team, if with this player that you're about to add, can get you to a potential Super Bowl, let's just say. And then, okay, so what? You got the 31st pick in the first round, 32nd pick. Who gives a shit? It's basically like a second-round pick anyways. Give it up. Second round, same thing. You're going to have late picks every round. Who cares? But if you don't if you don't think it's going to happen and you hoard your picks, and I guess it is what it is. That means you think we're just not a good team, I guess. I don't know. But it's time to start believing in this team, making a chance, roll the dice. No one's going to hate Brandon Beane if it doesn't work out. It is what it is. I am willing to accept whatever big trade he makes if there's a big trade. Okay, first round draft pick for this guy, if he's worth it. Okay, if that guy can move the needle and we all believe that, then I'm good with it. And I think most of Bills Mafia will be just fine with that. We were just fine with giving up a first round draft pick for Stephon Diggs. We had no fucking problem there. I don't think anyone's complaining right now that we gave up a first round draft pick for Stephon Diggs. Nobody. You can't tell me one person that's sitting back here going, I don't know about the first round draft pick. Nobody. Okay? So just do the right thing. It's okay. Like, no one's going to be upset with the move. You know? I mean, obviously don't go out and get like an Antonio Brown. You know, I'm just giving an example. I know he's not in the league, but my point is don't go out there and try to get a guy with issues, but go out there and get a playmaker that can help this team right now. Right now. We need help right fucking now. Get it done. Real simple. Like, my God, man. Carl, the big stat that I heard yesterday was from games 2 and 4. Number 2 to 4 to games 5 to 7. Our defensive DYOA dropped the third to fourth, but our defensive DYOA dropped the third, second. Yeah. I mean, listen. We're struggling on both sides of the ball right now. But I would still say our biggest struggle right now, guys, still, and I know you guys are concerned about the defense, is still the offense. They're putting the defense in a bad spot right away in these games, right? Right away. You can't go into halftime, guys, with 3 points. You cannot do it. I don't care who you're going against. 3 points, you're putting the defense in such a bad position, man. I mean, it's not like we're getting blown out early. The defense is for as banged up as it's been, and for even the issues we're having with guys that aren't filling in, you know, doing their job, the guys that are filling in for the guys that are hurt, we're still doing a decent enough job where if the offense was actually playing better, we would have a halftime lead and probably go on to win that game. It's real simple. But if you're giving the defense 3-6 points going into half, and the defense is constantly out on the field, then yeah, you're going to have games like this every fucking week. And you're not helping the defense at all. So the offense has to play better. They have to, especially now. We have way more injuries on the defensive side of the ball than the offense. So what is the deal? The offense has to play better. Hey, my boy Mikey in the house. So Mikey works during the day, guys. So do I, but today I took the day off. Mikey, thank you for joining the chat. Hey, man, I'm missing you, but I'm trying my best to get to all of the chats. How about that? And I'm doing a pretty good job, if I say myself. Laugh out there. Is this a must-win already tonight? Fuck yeah, it really is. I mean, I hate to say it, but it is. You cannot go down. Listen, you lose tonight, we're 4-4. That is not good. That is not good. And we have a tough second half of the schedule. I mean, brutal schedule coming up, guys. We have to get this win. I mean, honestly, it is almost a must-need win. Did we win? We're 5-3. Okay, you make some trades, I'm hoping. Then we can go on a little run with maybe the potential moves we made. There you go. But we lose tonight, not good. And I don't think we're going to lose tonight either. I agree with Mr. Mikey. I agree with Mr. Mikey there. That's McDermott. He is the defense coordinator. Anyone else looking at the coaching trend? Frazier leaves. Dable handshake. Is there a McDermott problem? Yeah, I do think there is. I personally think that there is a McDermott problem because a lot of the coaches that are leaving, except for Dable, have taken the same positions. Right? Chad Hall, wide receiver coach. He's a wide receiver coach. He left to be a wide receiver coach. Same shit. It's not like he got a promotion. He went to be an offensive coordinator. Like, there's a problem. Leslie Frazier just all of a sudden just said, I'm out of here. Now, who knows about that? That could have been mutual decision, a mutual thing, which I have a feeling it was mutual. And by the way, I think they should have fired Leslie Frazier in 2021, at the end of 2021. I think they waited too long to get rid of Leslie Frazier. That's my opinion. But Sean McDermott right now, I mean, I think he's doing an okay job defense. I'm not going to complain about that, but I don't know if this juggling thing he's doing between being a head coach and a coordinator, calling defensive plays, is affecting his coaching, because there's a lot of mistakes being made. I mean, there's a lot of mistakes being made. It all started with the London trip. I mean, flying us out on Friday. I mean, what are you doing? What are you thinking? And he's stubborn as all hell too. And a lot, you see it in the Patriots game, how his defense is played. It's very similar to when Frazier was here on tight games, how we play defense. So I don't really see the difference in tight games so far with Frazier and McDermott's defensive style. It seems to be the same. Both play scared football, right? Both are like, they don't want to be aggressive. They want to play a soft zone. They're both the same when it comes to pressure time. It's like they fail under pressure. McDermott's failed under pressure every playoff. Big moment game. And it's crazy. That's why I'm really starting to believe that McDermott's just not the guy. And yeah, I also believe that he could be holding Josh back too. And the only reason Ken Dorsey isn't really, getting this offense maybe going or letting Josh be Josh is because McDermott's controlling that part of the offense. Very possible. Don't disagree. Injuries are one thing. Your three best are at every level on the defense. Let's see. Mr. Mikey. Only difference is McD sends blitzes at wrong times and they don't get home. That too. It's like, what are you doing? Like, I'm not saying you have to blitz every time, but he's sending blitzes constantly that just don't get home. They don't work, and they're actually hurting the team. And he does it over and over. It's kind of like the shotgun draw that Ken Dorsey keeps doing over and over. It's like they keep thinking it's going to work. It's going to work. It's going to get home. It's going to work this time. It's going to work this time. Oh, it has to work this time. And it's like, no, and no. Get it the fuck out of your playbook, Ken Dorsey, or at least limit it. Put it way in the back, like way back there, and use it once in a while, right? But geez Louise, man. I'm telling you, we got a lot of stubborn-ass coaches. Stubborn-ass coaches, including our GM, who's a stubborn GM. Christopher, I think Josh is going to go crazy tonight. Big game coming. Can't wait. Hey, dude, wouldn't that be unbelievable, right? Josh just comes out, right? He's like, fuck all this bullshit, right? Like, I'm going to be me. I'm going to hurdle motherfuckers. I'm going to run when the fuck I want to run. I'm going to throw I'm going to throw a deep ass pass when I want to throw a deep ass pass. I'm just going to ball out. And if I make a turnover, so fucking be it. Because I'm tired of this bullshit that we're playing. This fucking, bullshit, petty ass football. This boring ass football. Nah, man. We're going to have some fun tonight. Guys, strap your fucking seatbelts on. It's time to fucking go. Like, that's what I would be like, right? Josh is in the back there, right? In the locker room, he's talking to all his offensive players, right? It's like, yo, you guys got your fucking popcorn ready? Because it's gonna be a fucking show tonight, all right? Yeah, you got the fucking Josh is fucking back. All right, guys. Put your seatbelts on. Let's fucking go. Right? Like, that's what I want, right? Just come out fucking blazing, bro. So hey, I would love it, bro. I really hope so. All right, let's get back to this, guys. Oh, all right. Limit the impact of Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. It's not a secret that Buffalo's secondary has taken a massive hit with the season-ending injury to cornerback Trey White. While Buffalo's secondary stats for the entire season are still holding up as one of the better teams in the league at defending the pass, they made the Patriots look like a top 5 offense. Oh, disgusting. Tampa Bay is around average in terms of its passing offense. But with wide receivers like Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, who can get hot at any moment, Buffalo has to be careful with its passing coverage. The ironic thing is, if the Bills follow the affirmable key of not letting the Buccaneers get out to an early lead, they will be facing Tampa Bay's passing game more often, and thus giving Evan and Godwin more chances to hurt them. Yeah, listen, once again, going against not a very good team. Baker Mayfield, okay, is not a very good quarterback. This is his 4th team. If you put pressure on Baker Mayfield, he turns the ball over. The front 4 have to do their job tonight. They have to get home. They cannot do what they did last week against Mac Jones and not get home and not put pressure on him. No, you have to get pressure on Baker Mayfield. Plain and simple. I know, my swear jar, Mikey. And I told them, if we lose tonight, it's going to be really, really bad. Like extremely bad. We better win. That's all I can say. Because there ain't no muting this thing. Like, y'all remember I used to have a show, a podcast. What was it called, Mikey? I did it for a little bit, but YouTube was like, no. We don't like that. We don't like that kind of podcast. Thursday Night Uncensored. I used to have a Thursday night show, but now I work, so I can't do it. But it was called Thursday Night Uncensored. And I would just come on here and pretty much throw F-bombs like the whole show, right? Like, and I invited the chat to just say what the hell they wanted to say. It was a fun little show while it lasted. Mikey enjoyed it, but YouTube did not. And so that show went bye-bye, and I work anyways on Thursdays. But it was a great idea. Love the idea, right? Uncensored, just go at it, say what the fuck you want to say. Ah, man. Scott, Baker Mayfield, not a very good quarterback. Tyrod Wilson, Jones are awesome. Yo, bro, those are top. Let me tell you, man. Zach Wilson, fucking MVP, bro. Mac Jones, guys like the next coming of Tom Brady. Tyrod Taylor, who should have never got rid of him, right? The guy's like Randall Cunningham 2.0. Like, I get it, Scott. I do. I'm with you. I can't defend how we've been playing against these sorry ass quarterbacks. No disrespect to Tyrod Taylor, though, who's on that list of quarterbacks you mentioned. That's my boy. All right. That's our boy. That's our dog, right? That's our dude. You know what I mean? We're not going to do that to Tyrod. Put him on the list of sorry ass quarterbacks we played recently. Right? Like, so I'm gonna put Tyrod out of that list because he's my dude, man. Tyrod, you're my dude, man. I got your jersey in my closet. I mean, that's Scott talking shit. That ain't me. So Scott Blakely is his name. He's been a fan of Buffalo since the 70s or something, and he hates you. All right, so you deal with him directly. Tyrod, you're my dude. I like you. I never mentioned you in that comment. So I say what the hell I want to say anyways. I hope I don't get you in trouble. Nah, you don't, man. You're in the chat. You're good, bro. I don't really, for the most part, now I have blocked people. I'll be honest. I have blocked people on here, but not most of Bill's Mafia have been good. I've not blocked any. Mostly it was just, trolls being retarded on it. So anyways, all right. So let's get to the next 3. The 3 causes for concerns. Let's get to it. All right, here we go. 3 causes for concern, guys. All right, let's get to it. This lady bothers me. I don't know. She's always here. I can't get rid of her. All right, here we go. Buccaneers are equally, maybe more, desperate to win. Yep, the Buccaneers are currently on the end of a 2-game losing streak, and on Sunday gave up control of the NFC South when they lost to their division rival, the Atlanta Falcons, the Dirty Birds, in the last second. Some of that might sound familiar to Bills fans, who just lost to their division rival on Sunday in the final seconds and gave up a chance to lead in the AFC East on Sunday. Oh, God. However, the Bills aren't on a 2-game losing streak, winning on the final play against the Giants 2 weeks ago, which should have lost, guys. Like we said, there aren't any easy games in the NFL. Both of these teams, not just the Bills, will be extremely desperate to get back in the win column. Both teams will be fighting to win and get the first advantage going into the remainder of Week 8 to temporarily lead their division. Division winners automatically qualify for the playoffs. And having that advantage can be extremely important psychologically on the rest of their respective divisions going into their respective games later on this weekend. Yeah. Let's get the dub. I mean, plain and simple. Let's get the dub. All right, let's get to the next one. Buccaneers blitzes can overwhelm. Offensive line last week, putrid, terrible. Get your shit together. And the 2023 NFL season, the Buccaneers have blitzed 37.2% of snaps, which is 4th highest in the NFL. It makes sense that they will continue that blitz-heavy approach with a strong secondary, including Antoine Winfield Jr., love that dude, whose father played for the Bills in the early 2000s, love that dude too. The Bucs blitz packages are one of the best in the league by points allowed. So Buffalo's quarterback, Josh Allen, and the rest of the Bills offense have their work cut out for them. And it could not come at a worse time. Oh, boy. They have started slow, and according to ESPN analyst Dan Orlowski, having trouble handling the blitz. Well, I don't need Dan Orlowski telling me that. I know that. If the Bills O-line can hold up, that should give breathing room for the Bills playmakers to generate offense and score points quickly, but not a guarantee. Well, duh. Like, right? Like, yeah, the O-line needs to do their job. Last week, awful. And I don't need Dan Orlowski telling me that our O-line was putrid last week. Yes, it was terrible. Probably one of the worst performances, pass protection, I've seen all season long. It was awful. Mitch Morse getting blown up. Osiris Torrance, his worst game, which, by the way, I love Osiris Torrance. I still think that was just a bad game. It is what it is. He's going to be a really, really good player in this league. So, I don't think you guys have to worry about him. McGovern didn't look good either. Deion Dawkins didn't look good. Spencer Brown. Nobody did their job in the offensive line. Allen was running for his life. Allen was under duress the whole game. You can't do that. You got to give Allen some time back there. That was like, come on, man. You guys are better than that. Need to target Kincaid more to open up Diggs. I agree. And by the way, you guys know Dawson Knox, obviously out. I think they're going to place him on IR. He's going to be out 4 weeks from what I heard. So this gives Kincaid a chance. This is now he's tight end 1. And I really hope that Ken Dorsey opens it up more, opens up his route tree more, because that short underneath garbage that we've been running all season for Kincaid, stop it. It's enough. Give this dude an opportunity to go out there and show what he can do. Come on, man. You drafted him in the first round for a reason. You know what he did in Utah. The dude has excellent hands, man. He's an excellent route runner. What are you doing? Why are you handcuffing this guy? Just like Josh Allen. Stop it already. Stop. It's time to let these guys ball out. Like, the only guy they trust is like Stephon Diggs. It's unbelievable. Let these players do what they do best. Same with Hardy. Hardy, man. The guy has electric speed, right? Why not put him on some slant passes? Why not get him on some deep routes? What are you doing? It's crazy to me. Man. Making me mad. All right. Bills missing key defensive pieces. Now, look at our boy here. I mean, guys, look at this, man. Goddamn London. The Bills are sorely missing key defenders across all levels. Cornerback Trey White, Achilles. Lineman Daquan Jones, Peck. Both been absent from the team with injuries, but the biggest loss has been the injuries of all-pro linebacker Matt Milano. He is an important contributor to the pass rush for the Bills defense. Buffalo's front 7 will have a harder time on Thursday as they are facing off against a Buccaneers offensive line that is ranked very well. If the Bills defense cannot stop Bucs quarterback Baker Mayfield from connecting with his weapons, including Pro Bowl wide receiver Mike Evans, the Bills will find themselves down more often than not. Yeah, I don't want to hear that garbage. I don't care about how good Tampa's offensive line is. Just get after Baker Mayfield. Get pressure on Baker Mayfield. Make him make mistakes. Plain and simple. Make him get rid of the ball earlier than when he wants to. It's real simple. You shut down that, you're good to go. That's it. Our offense also needs to do their job to help the defense out. You get an early lead, you're going to force Tampa to throw rather than run, and then you put the pressure on Baker and you make them make mistakes. It's real simple. Trust me. You all know Baker Mayfield's career. I'm not just blowing smoke here. So he's on his 4th team for a reason. He makes mistakes after mistake after mistake when he's pressured. If you put no pressure on him, just like Mac Jones, He's going to make plays. And he's better than Mac Jones. Let's be real. Okay? Not much better, but he's better. Can't have that. All right. Let's see. I'm sorry if I'm missing anything. What Sherfield had 2 catches so far, maybe try using. Yeah, I agree too. Once again, another guy who got almost 500 yards last year with the Dolphins. We are not using him at all. And it's like, guys, if you have no plan for him on this offense, then bring up Andy Isabella. At this point, who cares? Like, he's not doing anything for this team then by having him out there offensively. Then bring somebody else that can if that's the problem. But I don't think that is the problem. I think Ken Dorsey doesn't know player strengths. He doesn't know how to use them correctly. Just like running the ball in shotgun draw. You can't do that. Like, he doesn't understand things like how everyone else sees it. Analyst, Bill's Mafia, Bill's podcast, ESPN, whoever, national media, and normally I don't listen to national media, but they're right on a lot of the things they've been saying. I can't argue with that. Scott, Hardy is 0.1 seconds slower than Tyreek Hill. Shows you the OC issue on game plan. I agree. Thank you, Scott. Thank you. It's 100%. Why aren't we using him? I'm going to blow up here. My head is going to explode. Listen, we had Isaiah McKenzie here, who's fast. He ain't no Hardy fast, and we used him the right way for the most part. Jet sweeps, pop passes, screen passes here and there, end arounds. Sometimes he go deep. Wasn't the best route runner. He wasn't the best receiver, but he had his moments. Because why? Because Brian Daboll actually used him on the offense the right way. He used his speed for our advantage. Ken Dorsey is not doing that with Hardy. It's just like he's just out there. And he's done a couple wide receiver screens that the defense has sniffed out every single time. No jet sweeps, no motions, no pop passes. He only had him go deep one time in a game, which, by the way, against Jaguars, it worked out. Touchdown. Or not touchdown, but 55-yard pass, whatever it was. What are you doing? Like, what the fuck are you doing, Ken Dorsey? Like, stop. Do you know your players? Do you know what they do well? Clearly not. I don't know, man. It's crazy to me, man. Bills fan, do it. Blow up. I wish Dorsey get here. I wish so too, man. And listen, Ken Dorsey's a smart guy. He is, man. He's from the U. It's my school, man. And I had so much, I was so excited when Ken Dorsey became OC. I really was, man, because Ken Dorsey was an excellent quarterback coach. You guys can't take that away from him. He was really, really good. And he's a really, really smart guy. And Josh Allen and him had a good connection. And it wasn't just us. A lot of teams around the NFL wanted Ken Dorsey to be their OC or even head coach. He had interviews. He's a smart dude. He works hard. But clearly, something's not connecting when it comes to play calling. And maybe it's just not for him. Because right now, we're a year and 7 games in. One season and 7 games into another. Going on a week 8, and he's still yet to figure out the most basic shit, like your player strengths and what you shouldn't do, what's working, what's not working. Like Josh Allen under center, play action passes, he's one of the best, and yet you barely do it. Shotgun draws don't work, and you do it constantly. It's mind-boggling. It is. Going against a defense that's ranked last against the rush, and you barely run. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. Same with McDermott. I don't understand him sometimes too. It's mind-boggling. Justin, Bills are proving Nick Wright correct. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. Tommy, where is videos about Ken Dorsey? I know, Nabel. I'll tell you what. If we can't figure shit out offensively and we are struggling out the gate again, there will be a Ken Dorsey video coming. There has to be. I will just go ham on that dude, man. like I can't do it. I can't take it anymore. Dallas, maybe part of the problem is Josh and Dorsey are too good of buddies. It's possible. It is. But you know what, Dallas? I have a suspicion that McDermott is really the problem here. I think McDermott is handcuffing Josh Allen. I do. And I think he is also handcuffing a little bit of Ken Dorsey as well. Because if you go back to last year, guys, for example, you're not going to tell me that our offense wasn't a little bit smoother and a little bit more exciting than what we're seeing this year so far. And Josh was running more last year. Josh was throwing deeper passes last year, taking more chances. Look at this year. What is going on? What happened? I almost feel like McDermott and Dorsey had this talk, and McDermott's like, look, we're gonna cut the running shit out. We're gonna cut that out of Allen's game. We're gonna play conservative football. That's what I want. I want it to be balanced, conservative, and this is how you're gonna call the game. And what's Ken Dorsey gonna say? He's in fucking year 2 of being OC. He's young. He's not a Brian Dable, who, by the way, maybe that's why they had a friction, because McDermott wanted Brian Dable to probably hold it back and be more conservative and not have Josh run as much and not throw, not do trick plays or be creative and throw deep a lot. Like, right? I mean, think about it. That exit between Dable and McDermott was not a good one. You could see it. You could tell. So very possible that Dorsey's just falling in line to the sergeant and doing what the sergeant tells him to do. And is Dorsey going to say, fuck it? Like, I almost wish Josh Allen, because I think it needs to be Josh that needs to tell McDermott, yo, I can't do this anymore. I can't play like this. This is not me. Like, you drafted me for a reason. You knew what I was. You know what I'm about. You know what I'm capable of doing. I understand you're looking out best for me, for my health, or, I understand, you don't want mistakes here and there, turnovers, but this is how I play, coach. You can't handcuff me because, look, I'm not having fun out here. And you could see it. You could tell it. And our offense is struggling. You need to let me be me. And when that day comes, and hopefully it's tonight, maybe we see a little bit better. But I'm not all. But by the way, Dorsey still, though, he's making his own personal mistakes as well. So I'm not going to say it's all on McDermott. I'm just saying, I do feel like McDermott is the reason why Josh is just not what we're used to seeing. Like, Josh is being held back. And maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like I'm not. I feel like, especially after the first game, you could kind of see that interaction between McDermott and Josh when McDermott was like, yeah, you got to think. Right? And it's almost like going back to Josh's rookie year when Brian Dable would do that to Josh. If y'all remember that, right? So Brian Dable, OC, was on the sideline. Remember that? Before he went up to the booth? And every time Josh would make a mistake, he'd get in Josh's face, get on him. Right? And I kind of feel like the first game, now McDermott didn't get in his face, but you could kind of see that interaction probably wasn't the best. And Josh, to me, is still not there yet, like a veteran, all-pro fucking quarterback yet, like where he could be like, hey, I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do. Leave me the fuck alone. Like, he's not on the Brady or the Manning or, the Rodgers, where the coach understands, like, let this dude be him. I still think he's just not there yet. And you saw Josh talk about it this week when he was talking about, I need to be more vocal on a sideline. Like, it's just not me, but maybe I need to start being that. Like, that's what I mean about growing, getting mature as a quarterback. Maybe Josh just isn't there yet, but he needs to take that. He needs to take that responsibility. Just like on the field, by the way, when a call is called into him and he gets to the line and he sees that the defense is on one side and you're running to that side, it's okay to audible out of it or change the play. Like, and he doesn't do it. It's almost like he's just like, I'm going to do what the coach says. And that's it. And the best quarterbacks in the league don't do that. The best quarterbacks in the league go up to the line and go, shit, all right, you know what? I don't like this play. We're getting out of it. And Josh doesn't do it, or he doesn't do it enough. And I feel like Josh needs to start doing that, because you see in those 2-minute drives, or there's, that Buffalo's had recently, the up-tempo game, which, by the way, I really hope they start going up-tempo more, because I like the offensive rhythm when we go up-tempo. But if you notice, Josh is getting the play quick. Now, I don't know if Ken's calling it in quick, or Josh is just going with the plays he knows that he has on his, wrist or whatever. And he's just getting up to the line and go, yo, we're going to run it. But here we go. Here's da-da-da, da-da-da. You know what I mean? And he's just going to the line. He's just calling his own plays. It's very, very possible. But look how smooth the offense looks, right? The defense can't set up, right? They can't make substitutions because the offense is just going, they're up tempo. Bah, 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 bah. And I really want to see that more. I really do. Will they? Probably not, because it's a Sean McDermott, right? Sean McDermott wants conservative. Go to the huddle. Take your time. Run the ball. Like, I don't know. It's wild. All right, let me get some of your comments. I'm sorry. Scott Blakely, it's the same thing as putting a block under my accelerated pedal when I drive. Can't go over speed limit. We need Josh Allen, to speed. That's who he is. I agree. That's what I'm saying. Just stop it already. It's like, you're not. Even Von Miller a week ago said, man, I came here because of Josh Allen, because like this is the old Josh, whatever. Remember, like him just hurdling dudes and him taking chances. And I don't even care if he throws 6 interceptions. Like, I just want Josh to go out there and do what I remember seeing Josh do. And it's almost like he was throwing shade on McDermott or Ken Dorsey there for saying that. Because clearly he even sees that Josh Allen is not the Josh Allen he knows, and is the reason why he came here. This shit ain't fun anymore. This offense ain't having a good time. Even when they score, it's whatever. They're on the sidelines. Their heads are down. They don't seem like they're having fun. I need them to go back to having fun football. If a turnover happens, it is what it is, man. It's okay. But that's what I want to see. But anyways, guys, did you guys like my my early live video? I decided to do this just for you guys, man. I hope you guys enjoyed it today. By the way, at 7:00, Mafia Means Family podcast will be live to do the pregame show for you guys. So do me a favor, support them. I mean, the kid's like 13 years old, man, right? He's trying his best to be a future Bills Mafia podcast guy. So he's on there with Mafia Mom. They do a great job. Support them. They're at 7:00. You don't want to miss it out. You don't want to miss that. And then, of course, me and Mikey are going to be on post game right after the game. You don't want to miss that either, because it could be a really interesting one. So, anyways, Bills Mafia, I love you. Scott, Roy, everybody who was in this chat today, thank you so much. I know maybe some of you guys are working, you snuck off on your phone or whatever, but I appreciate you guys tuning in as always. And Bills Mafia, once again, I love you. And as always, go Bills. I'm out of here. Peace.
Ah.